Let's begin with the fact that Zimi Evans was an ordinary girl. She grew up happily, with loving parents and a best friend named Jane Miller. Zimi and Jane were inseparable. Zimi was the smartest student in school, setting an example for her classmates. Despite being somewhat melancholic due to academic pressures, Zimi refused to be anything less than exceptional. Her dream was to become a surgeon one day, but she knew she had to work hard to achieve it. Education should always come first for any child, not distractions. One day at school, Zimi overheard some students talking about a Jeff killer. This sparked something within her. Zimi became increasingly obsessed with Jeff as she learned more about him on the internet. He was a character from horror stories and computer games, but to Zimi, he seemed all too real. Her life was difficult enough already. The line between reality and fantasy began to blur, and Zimi started seeing herself reflected in the mirror like Jeff. Strange feelings began to emerge within her, unlike anything she had ever experienced before. One morning, while taking a selfie, Zimi noticed another face appearing next to hers in the reflection of her phone screen. She dismissed it as a technical glitch. Later that night, Zimi went out wearing a red miniskirt, black tights, and sneakers to a disco party. As she walked home, a man appeared behind her brandishing a knife. Zimi managed to defend herself, grabbing the knife and clumsily slashing his throat. She thought she had only scared him off, but things did not go according to plan. In shock, Zimi hid the body under her bed and called Jane, making excuses about having a headache. Her mother never suspected a thing. The following day, Zimi turned 14. Jane invited her to celebrate her birthday at a dance, promising no parents would be present. Excited, Zimi agreed. That evening, however, she found herself thinking about Jeff again. Dressed in her usual outfit for parties, she felt drawn to wear a white t-shirt with a hood instead. On her way to the event, strange sensations returned. Suddenly, a man lunged at her from the shadows, wielding a knife. Zimi fought back instinctively, managing to disarm him and leave him for dead. Again, she believed she had merely frightened him away. But this time, there was no denying what had happened. Zimi tried to keep her distance from Jane, fearful of the consequences of her actions. However, when Jane visited to offer comfort, Zimi could not bring herself to reveal the truth. Instead, she lashed out, pushing Jane against the wall in a fit of rage. Tragically, Jane died from her injuries. Zimi left the body hidden beneath the covers and opened the window to air out the room. Rumors soon spread that Jane hadn't answered her phone calls, and her mother, Rose, grew worried. When questioned by Rose, Zimi feigned ignorance. With 2 murders now on her conscience, Zimi realized she needed to act fast. Late one evening, dressed in her blood-stained party clothes, she sat in front of the mirror, feeling an inexplicable pull towards transformation. She applied makeup, bleached her long blonde hair until it was jet black, and even changed her name to match her new persona. And so, the once bright and innocent Zimi became the terrifying figure known as Red Ripper, haunting the streets and leaving chaos in her wake. As days passed, Zimi, or rather Red Ripper, continued her twisted crusade, preying upon unsuspecting victims who dared to cross her path. The town lived in constant terror, and the police were powerless to stop her. Yet, deep down inside, Zimi yearned for someone to understand her tormented soul. She wanted someone to see beyond her monstrous exterior and acknowledge the pain that drove her to commit such horrific acts. Despite her dark deeds, Zimi couldn't shake the desire to connect with others. So, she decided to create a YouTube channel where she could share her story, hoping to find solace and understanding through the vast digital community. In her videos, she spoke candidly about her past, revealing the struggles that led her down the path of destruction. She shared her dreams, fears, and even her darkest thoughts, inviting viewers to engage in open dialogue. Through her raw and honest confessions, Zimi touched the hearts of many. People from around the world reached out to her, offering support and encouragement. They saw past her gruesome reputation and recognized the human side of her story. Together, they formed a unique bond, creating a safe space where everyone could express their emotions and learn from each other. If you have made it this far, we invite you to join our community and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share your thoughts on Zimmy's journey, and let us know if you can relate to her experiences. Remember, no matter how lost or alone you may feel, there is always hope for healing and growth. Connect with us today and be part of the change.